Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan, and what I'd like to do today is introduce y'all to some tips and tricks on how to write a nail salon business plan. So let's go ahead and mosey on through this little PowerPoint presentation that I've concocted for your entertainment. First and foremost, a little bit about me, then we're going to talk about your nail salon business plan and how you might be able to better write one up. First and foremost, I am a professional writer and business plan writer, so if y'all want to avoid the trials and tribulations associated with writing your own nail salon business plan, please pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text. I would be absolutely delighted to assist. Also, if you want to go ahead and go on this journey on your own, more power to you and kudos. However, at least have some kind of a guide, and that guide may be in the form of a business plan writing book or a template. If that is the case, check me out on Amazon.com. I do have several business plan books written that may be aligned with what you're trying to accomplish. And finally, a little bit of experience. I am an adjunct professor and a subject matter expert for both business and finance. So I do have some academic education backing me up with my thoughts and ideas. And finally, if you do want some financial projections written up for your business and you've already written up your business plan, not a problem with that either. Just again, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Be delighted to assist. All right, enough about me. Let's talk about you and your nail salon needs for a business plan. So first and foremost, tip number one, company description. Instead of just diving into your nail salon business plan and just telling the reader what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and where you're going to do it and why you're going to do it and when you're going to do it and so on and so forth. A better strategy when starting your company description is to tell a story. Introduce yourself, explain to the reader why you want to go ahead and start your nail salon. Have you been doing it for 20 years and you're sick of working for somebody else? Have you had your nails done and you've received poor service time and time again, regardless of where you go? Do the nail salon technicians in your area, do they have limited skills with the manicures and the fills and all the things that need to be done to care for somebody's nails and hands? So whatever your experience is, whatever your driving factor is, make sure to state that up front and then go into your business. Show your passion, show that you're going to be in this for the long haul, then dive into your business plan and talking about the company and the services you're going to provide. Also, when you're writing up your company description, make sure to discuss the problem that you're going to solve. So, for example, some nail salon business owners, they're going to offer a wide array of services, not just nail salon. It might not be just a nail salon. You might be offering hair care and nail care and pedicures and so on. So you might have a broad range of services. And the problem that that's solving is that customers might want convenience. They might want a one-stop shop, and with the nail salon and you're offering all these other services, it's convenient for them. If you're just going to be a niche nail salon and you're going to focus on nails and the related services provided there, then discuss that you are going to be a niche organization and you're going to be focused on providing the best nail care in the area. And the problem that you're going to be solving is that some people don't get high quality nail care. You are going to be their knight in shining armor, and so on. Okay, and finally, discuss your competitive advantages. When you start your nail salon, is it going to be in a prime area? Is it going to be in a mall location or a strip mall where you're going to have a lot of foot traffic? Do you have a loyal following from the last 20 years? Whatever the case may be, make sure you talk about your competitive advantage in relations to your nail salon business. All right, next is going to be industry research. A lot of nail technicians, a lot of nail salon entrepreneurs, what they like to do is they like to go ahead and just go for the jugular on the competition and discuss the fallings or the shortcomings of their competitors in the area. And you might have some experience because you might have worked for some of these shops, and that's understandable. However, you have not set the stage, you haven't set your credibility to be able to ascertain whether these people are doing a poor job or a good job. What you need to do first is you need to go ahead and establish credibility. You need to be able to establish that, yes, you are an industry expert. Once you have that position set, then you're coming from a position of power to go ahead and analyze your competitors in the area. In order to set that foundation of that position of power, do your industry research on a national scale. Look up information for nail salons on Statistica. Look up your information on IBS, IS World. Third-party research organizations, they're a great resource for reliable industry statistics. For example, the nail salon industry in the last several years has been growing at an above average rate of approximately 10% annually. Not too bad for a mature industry. This shows that there is a huge demand out there in the U.S. and it's continuing to grow on a year-over-year basis. Also, the revenues for 2018 in the industry were approximately $5.6 billion. Based on the industry growth rate that you now know and the revenues of 2018, you can go ahead and project your growth rates for 2019 and 20 and 21, and that's going to give you a good foundation for your business plan financial projections for your revenue growth and such. Once you've established that you are an industry expert, you've done your research and you know what you're talking about, you know your statistics, then go ahead and take a look at your competitors. And again, don't just rip them up, just because you can, but align their services or their lack of services as compared to what you found is trending in the industry on a national scale. For example, XYZ Nail Salon, they're not offering a certain type of a nail filling, which is trending on a national scale. Then you can show that there is a gap in your marketplace, and it's going to further justify the need for an additional nail salon in the area, and it's also going to show that you are well prepared to fill that need once you start your organization. Tip number 3, advertising. What, in my experience in working with several nail salon organizations across the U.S., they do a good job with the social media. They're always posting pictures of creative nail styles and fills and such, which is a great way to go ahead and do your advertising because it keeps people engaged and it keeps your followers coming back again and again to your social media site. However, what I have found is a lot of nail salon organizations, they don't do a very good job with the website. They might not have a website, or if they do have a website, it's outdated or it doesn't work right, or there's just some serious issues with it. Or the worst thing, in my most humble opinions, is there's no prices. When people go to your website, they're going to want to at least have some kind of idea of what the pricing situation is going to be. And all too often, if you go to a nail salon's website, the prices aren't going to be there. And so you're going to have to pick up the phone, give them a call, or you're going to have to go in there. And then if you get a price shock or, so on, it's just inconvenient. So show the customers the price, be upfront, be transparent. And if you're a premium price organization, we'll justify that price on your website. If you're going to be low cost, well, explain why you can do that because you offer a wider range of services. But put the information on the website. Don't go without. Don't use just a Facebook page. That's not going to cut it. You do want a little bit of graphics and people when they're going out to get their nails done, they do want a little bit more interaction as compared to a Facebook page. Next advertising tool is going to be word of mouth. If you do a really good job and, even, offer to take a picture using your customer's phone of their nails, they can share that on their social media sites. So, really bump up the word of mouth, but put it on steroids and, take some other services that you can possibly offer to help your customers engage in the word of mouth activities. And finally, flyers. I have worked with a couple of different organizations, and they come up with some real creative ideas with the flyers, and they've already implemented these strategies, so it's no big secret. But one of the strategies that you might be able to use is before and after pictures. If you have a client and they're willing to allow you to do before and after pictures, take advantage of that opportunity. Snap a couple of pictures before and after, put it on a flyer, and start handing them out, or have some family members hand them out. Really generate some buzz, based on pictures. People love visual effects. It's effective, it's efficient, and flyers are very underutilized in the industry. Tip number 4, funding request. Need a little bit of money, start your nail salon organization. Well, if that's the case, make sure you write up a funding request in your business plan. When you are doing your funding request, I do strongly recommend that you follow a specific strategy in writing it up. First and foremost, when you're going to write up your funding request, make sure on the first sentence, in the very first sentence, state explicitly how much money you are going to need to start your nail salon. Be specific, put a dollar amount there, and don't put a range. If you say from 75,000 to 125,000, you come off as wishy-washy. You come off as you really don't know how much money you need, and that starts making people nervous, especially investors or loan officers. So make sure you put a specific dollar amount in the top line. In the body of the category, this is where you can go a little bit broad, and it's going to give you some wiggle room. When you write the body of your funding request, make sure to provide sections or segments or categories for the money that you're going to need. So if you need $100,000, then break up that $100,000 into categories. It might be $25,000 for build out, $25,000 for working capital, $25,000 for equipment, and then $25,000 for other, which may include your inventory. When you break it out and you give it into broad categories like that, now you've got some wiggle room, which, if you're going to need equipment, well, you're not stating what kind of equipment you're going to need. And so now you've got some wiggle room on the prices. You might go new, you might go used, who knows? But you've got a little bit of wiggle room, but you're still showing that you're decisive upstairs because you're hitting that top dollar amount on the top line. Once you're done with the categories, breaking your money out into the different categories, total up your categories into a grand total. That grand total should be the dollar amount that you're asking for on the dollar line. For example, if you're looking for $100,000 to start your nail salon industry business, then your categories should all, once you add up all your categories, it should equal $100,000. Tip number 5, when you are doing a nail salon, then make sure you have some kind of pro forma business model or financial model that you're going to use that's going to help you understand whether you're going to be profitable or when you're going to be profitable. In order to set this up, what I've done is I've created just a really basic financial model for you. The revenue generators for the nail salon that I've identified is going to be nail care, manicure, and then other. We want to be a little bit broad, and of course you're going to have a lot of different offerings, but we're just doing averages. We don't know what we're going to, most people don't know what they're going to have for dinner, later on in the evening, let alone how much they're going to, how many, offerings they're going to have, how many nail care customers are going to service, and what the average price is. We don't know. We just need to do averages and estimates. And then as your business opens up and grows, your estimates and your averages are going to get better and better and better. So in this example right here, start with listing all your revenue generators. It could be nail care, it could be manicures, and it could be other. Then align a price, how much you want to charge for each service. Then identify the variable cost. For nail care, it could be the cost of a set of nails. It could be your nail polish. It could be the nail polish remover. Just identify what the costs are for each customer on average. Next step is going to subtract your costs from your price. It's going to give you your gross profit. In this example, for nail care, $24.50. You are then going to multiply your gross profit by the number of items or the number of services you plan to do in a day. In this example, 25. So we'll take that 25, multiply it by 24.5. It's going to give us $612.50. We follow that same strategy for each revenue source. Once we do that, we then add up our total gross profits into the total gross profit section. For this example, $1,136.50. We then multiply our gross profits by the number of days that we're going to be in operations for the month. Again, in this example, 30 days gives us a monthly gross profit of $34,095. We next go ahead and do our monthly fixed cost. We're going to identify if we have loans out there, for example, $750, or we might have some, buy inventory on a monthly basis, labor, space rental, utilities, marketing, legal, accounting, insurance, and then the wonderful, wonderful miscellaneous. There is no way to identify all the costs you're going to have on a monthly basis. There are going to be some surprises, and your miscellaneous section for your financial model should be, or your catch-all section for the catch-all section for your fixed costs for your financial model should be the miscellaneous section. Once you've identified all your fixed costs, add them up. In this example, $24,450. The final step is going to be to calculate our monthly profits. We are going to drag down the monthly gross profits, which are right here. We're going to put that number here. Then we're going to grab our monthly costs, which are right here, $24,450, put it right here. We then subtract our monthly cost from our gross profits, and that is going to give us our net profits. Now, if we were expecting more money than $9,600 on a monthly basis as profits, we can go ahead and go up here. We can increase the number of customer service. We can increase our prices. And so we can do a lot of different things with this model once it's created. And once we start fiddling with these prices right here, or these costs, or the number of services provided, our monthly profits will immediately calculate as long as we've got everything intertwined. Our net profits are going to immediately reflect what our new prices are and our new costs are going to be. All right. So in summary, when you are going to do your nail salon business plan, make sure to follow a proven format. If you're going to start with a blank page, you might be staring at that blank page for a few minutes, few hours, few weeks, few months, and so on. So start with some kind of a structure. An SBA website's a great place to go to get a business plan structure. The only problem with the SBA website, though, is their templates are general. For example, the business plan template on the SBA website, you can use it for your nail salon, you can use it for a restaurant, you can use it for a manufacturer, you can use it for an attorney's office. Only problem is, though, is in the nail salon industry, you're going to have specific needs, and in the restaurant industry, you're going to have specific needs, and the attorney industry, you're going to have specific needs. When you have all those specific needs, the template is going to try to include all of those, so it's as general as possible. And now you are left with figuring out what aspects of the template you need and what aspects of the template you can delete. So it's a little bit better than a blank page, but not much. Also, what you can do is mostly over to my website. I'll show it to you in just a little bit. I do have business plan templates that are geared towards the nail salon industry. So, at least you'll have a solid foundation with, some projections in there and also the industry research already done. Next, keep the star of the show as the business. Yes, you might have been doing nails for the last 25 years, and yes, you might have a loyal following that keeps you busy, time and time again. However, you want the star of the show to be the business. Talk about the business, talk about the services you're going to provide, talk about the area, talk about your competitive advantages. Make sure to keep the business plan focused on the business, not on the entrepreneur. It's a little bit tricky for some entrepreneurs to do that, but it's critical to show that you're at least being separated from the business, and you can be somewhat objective in your analysis with the business plan. And finally, if you do need help with the business plan writing, with the financial projections, with the industry research, just pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text message. Be delighted to help you with your nail salon business plan. And finally, if you do want to go ahead and write up your own business plan, again, kudos, more power to you. For more tips and tricks on how to write each section of the business plan for your nail salon, just go to qualitybusinessplan.com/how to write a nail salon business plan. And on this webpage, I do offer some in-depth tips and tricks on how to write each section of a nail salon business plan. And finally, if you do want a business plan template that is geared towards the nail salon industry, please go ahead and visit my website at qualitybusinessplan.com/business plan templates. And on this page, I will be adding a nail salon template very soon. If it's not there when you click on it, no worries, don't fret. Again, send me a message. Let me know that you want a nail salon business plan, and I will go ahead and move that template to the top of the list. And usually I can have that ready within, I'd say, usually 24 hours to 48 hours. It might go a little bit longer, but at least it's going to be there in a relatively short amount of time. All right, so hopefully this little video was helpful, gave you some insights on the nail salon industry and how to write up a business plan for it. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And as always, have a fantastic day. Thank you.